Good evening, folks. This is Ras, server 1222. We are on my wife's account, and we're going to be talking about debuffs here. This was in a battlefield BOC yesterday, and take a look at the numbers. We won that power exchange by almost exactly 600 million power. That's not a lot of points to grab for us. Not something that's going to give you a come behind victory. So to take a look at what hit my wife, we're looking at a 5,114% range attack against her. Well, ground and siege buffs are important against range attack, mostly ground buffs. Your ground troops are going to kill more range troops than your siege does. If you don't get zeroed, your siege is not going to get hurt against range troops, but they're going to grind it up. But this is the important number here. That is too weak to be facing that right there. Point an arrow at it. That, okay. So, you'll notice she had one reinforcement, just one. Already in my top two ground layers, I killed over 7 million troops. That is a lot for reins to have to do in a defense. Then you go down to my other two high tier ground layers. That is over 11 million troops that I killed with my reinforcement march. So I mean, she had one rein in there that did a lot. Not too many losses in the T-15s follow along. Her ground troops did well. Her range troops did well. Of course, she gave up some points with the mount. Wasn't really... And you see what you'd expect to see in a range hit, where the siege layers and the ground layers, they kill a lot more than they take losses. If your range troops are getting involved in a range rally, you're almost damn near zeroed. A lot of defenses, the range troops don't do shit. So, and our mount troops get wiped all the way down. Now, let me show you why the debuff is important. I know that a lot of you have done something like this for your defense, so let's talk about it. And this is why it's more of an instructive for 1222, because we have a lot of keeps that have flat refined their wall general. They built 300, 400, 500 million T1s, and they can't take hits from what we're fighting in SVS now. Okay. Take a look at that section right there. Look at the losses. I mean, yes, her T1s did kill nearly 10 million troops. And she certainly killed 10 million troops with just her bottom layer. T1 ground didn't do too bad. These just got wiped. Hardly did anything. Look at the losses here. That's with reinforcements. We're talking a 700 million T1s, 100 million T2s, full flat refines. Okay. These big rallies with these big buffs. Let me Okay, we've already seen that this guy here at the top, we've already seen that he's got 5,111 range attack. And not hard to see how he did it. Level 48 generals. Both of those are. Sydney's probably still top 6, top 7 lead attack general. But this guy here, I saw another attack where he hit someone solo. He's got a 4,000 range buff. These were K44s, 43s, 42s, just about everybody in the report. And let's take a look at him. I mean, level 46 generals, not the worst generals you could have. I mean, so still some of the best. 43, 45, Sydney and Visconti, however you pronounce that. There were 7 players in it, but these are big. Look, I mean, that's almost 37 million troops that came at her with one reinforcement. And let me show you what all that does with no reinforcements. Big difference. Big difference. Let me show you what she does by herself. Now, you look at the amount of troops that are getting killed that she's killing. They're pretty high per layer, but I mean, there's just too much coming at her. And take a look at this down here. That's what those bottom layers, I mean, look at this. She lost all of her T1s for less than 6 million kills. Now look. That's almost 40 million troops being marched against her. The main reason why. Look at these numbers. And look at these numbers. So, our discussion today is going to be about that right there. Okay. So we're going to go in here and we're going to look. One place you get debuffs is champions. Okay, she's been working on Minerva. Minerva has, okay, at level 12, enemy range troop attack at level 12. Okay, so my wife's working on getting minus 12 to minus 25. That helps. It's not going to put her up to 2K where she about needs to be, and she still needs reinforcement against all that stuff. But these big rallies, like 100 million plus troop rallies that they're taking in All-Stars and Shallons on these continents in the placings, you're not going to stand up to that without no reinforcements, no matter who you are. You're just not. So, let's see. So we're looking at 13, 18. So all the way up to level 18, she'll probably get it up to 40, maybe 55. Keep working on her. Those levels are cheaper. So let's go look at the other ones and see what kind of range debuff that she doesn't have that she could get. 20 to 21, what does that do? In-city troop attack, well, that kind of helps, but enemy troop attack doesn't go up another 9% to level 24. Okay, so she won't be working on Helen. Okay. Enemy ground and mounted troop attack. That's not a range debuff. Okay, so we won't be working on her. Possibility here. Okay. Enemy range and siege machine HP, which is a range debuff, from 25 to 40, level 20. Okay, she might do some work on her. And then I think this one has it. Enemy range troop and siege machine attack at level 20 goes up 15. Okay, so this is what she's going to do. She's going to put her up to probably 18. If 19 gives more enemy range troop attack debuff, she'll do her for so at least to 18. Then her to 20. And her to 20. That will help the range debuff situation. Okay, that's the role that champions are going to play. Okay, let's take a look at this. It's this piece that offers enemy range troop attack debuff. Okay, right there. And, okay, this upgrade. Okay, that's going to take a while. That's going to take a while. It's not going to be a significant thing we're really focusing on, but it will happen eventually. So it won't be the next thing we do. And then Art Treasure, Golden Eagle Flag. Enemy troop attack, minus 16%. She needs... Ooh. Okay, so probably sooner than later, she'll have the pieces she needs. That's only an extra 4% enemy troop attack, but that's something. Okay, that'll probably happen in the near future. Okay. Then let's go to Senate. Let's see. Upgrade. That offers no debuff. She's not going to do anything there. Go to the next one. Hit upgrade down at the bottom. Enemy ground troop and mounted troop attack is her next step. She won't be doing that. Okay. Damn it. We need to do some work on this Senate. Okay. Enemy range troop and siege machine defense at number 3. She really doesn't have any options here, son of a bitch. Enemy range troop and siege machine, enemy range troop attack at 1, and enemy range troop and siege machine attack at 10. So, what obstacles do we have here? Okay, she needs to score 6K and BOG 2 more times. I will not be going in those battles, so she won't be fighting mismatched opponents. And she could score 6K because she's got one of the highest range attack and siege attack in the alliance. And that defense can stand up to those. Okay. BOG and earn 12K personal scores 4 fucking times. Son of a bitch. Okay, and what do we need for this upgrade? Okay. Well, that's pretty far off. Okay, that's just something you can do. But just so you see it, you can get a range attack debuff here. And here. Well, shit. And here. Okay. I'm just going over all the places where she can get debuffs. Well, back to champions, something I didn't mention is, okay. If you see an event where you can pick her up, and you level her up, she also offers enemy range troop attack debuff. So if you're looking to coin and you see Minerva or Simonetta, however you say it. Okay, then the next place, before we go into the subgens, well, those rectangles, they have a debuff, but I think that only applies when you're attacking. Okay, here, there's not a lot here, but if you look at, where is it? If you look at Voyage to Civilizations, Ornament Gallery, click on that treasure chest right down at the bottom. Okay. There is a 20% enemy range troop defense for having 30 ornaments. So that is a bit far off, but anywhere that you see any kind of debuff. All right. And then we'll go to here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because that just shot the enemy range troop HP up to 24%, minus 24%. And that's a range debuff. I knew I could get it up there quick. Now she's got to put it on a subgen, which I might do here in a minute. But attacking HP and defense debuffs, even if you get them up a couple hundred points, I mean, it makes them easier to kill. It helps them T1s get rid of them. Because those flat refines are only going to give you so much attack, so much defense, and, you know. Then, that one does not. Okay, enemy range troop attack. That's going to be the next one that we level up. That is on a subgen. Needs to be higher. Okay. Mounted shrimp. These are not. I'm going to swap one of them out. Enemy range troop attack. So the two beasts that we're going to be leveling up to 20 are going to be Jormungandr and Chrysomalos, chromosome, what the fuck is that thing? This thing. And then we're going to put this one on a subgen. I like the siege attack too. To me, range and siege are the most important debuffs. So we'll be in this Tarrasque. I don't know where these things come from. But I'm looking, each one of these gives a debuff. Okay. Gonna want to keep the Chimera on something. Okay. Ground troop attack. Enemy mounted troop defense. Enemy range troop attack. So we need to get the Siren up there too. Okay, so ground troop HP is kind of an important one. So, all right, we've gone through the list. Who am I replacing? Okay, that's range troop attack, not replacing him. Mounted troop HP, ground troop HP, don't really want to replace that. Siege machine defense, okay, so far it's the Denair. Okay. Ground troop defense, mounted troop attack. We're going to replace the Hattie, the wolf. It's on Andrew Jackson. So now we go to the subgens. Okay, subgens. Okay. Now we go to the subgens. Let's go down to Andrew Jackson. Take him off. And put... Where is the new guy? Where are you? There you are. Boom. Okay, that helped with range troop HP. Okay. He is 5 stars, so that's range troop attack. His specialty here is extra range troop attack debuff. So there's something we could do. Okay. How many runestone chests does she have? Let's go see. Okay, we're going to go. Runestone chests. Runestone chests. Runestones. 1,094. Well, let's go see. She's got 16,000 gems. Well, we won't be doing nothing there right now. But, list of things on my mission. Okay. He is not full specialty, and you'll see range troop and siege machine attack minus 12. I think it goes to 24 when he's full specialty, so... And we need to level up the Siren. It's got all Apollo gear. There ain't nothing more we can do for him. Then he's fully decked out. That's all HP and defense debuff. He is like all HP and defense debuff. Okay, so specialties there. Baldwin and Jackson. Hojo. Okay, Hojo is not 5 stars. 5 stars is another minus 25 range attack. And all his specialties would be another minus 25 range attack. He does not have Apollo gear. That's, he does not have Apollo gear. He does. Okay, so we're seeing room here. Okay. He is kind of expensive to ascend. So, right now, all he's really offering is 30% range troop attack and 10% troop defense and HP. Okay, let me show you what you can do if you're a non-coiner. You have a sub-gen like that. Okay. A lot of people overlook this one. Look at those debuffs. Now, she offers 0 specialty. 0 specialty. That's going to help your range debuff. But look at that. Okay. A 5-star her will give you slightly more range attack debuff than Nordic Barbarian King with no stars, but specifically range troop and siege machine HP and defense. So you wouldn't put her specialties up because they don't help your debuff, but your range debuff situation will be better. So I think we're going to do that. And Empress Wu is the same way. So I think because Nordic Barbarian King is very expensive to ascend, here's another one. Okay. That's -10. Okay, siege machine, defense, and HP is important. But yeah, I think that's another one because it's going to take a while to really specialty him out and put more stars on him. So I think what we're going to end up doing, look at that. Look at those 5 stars right there. Look at all the range debuffs. Those are free in the tavern. Free in the tavern. So there's something we can immediately do. Now, that won't be a permanent situation because we can, and I want you to look at this. The first specialty we're going to do is definitely his. Definitely going to be his. Right here. This is the one where the money's going to go. Because there's an extra 30% range and siege attack at 3 stars, which is expensive. But right off the top, I mean, I like the siege attack defense, but look at, that's going to go to like 30 when we get him up on. She doesn't have the gems to do it right now. He doesn't have Apollo gear. So that's where the money's going to go. But, that's definitely a lot of range and siege debuff right there. Him. Okay, that's done. That range troop attack -3. Okay. At 2 stars, there's an extra 10% range attack, and his specialty, I think. Let's see. Okay, she can put him up 2 stars when Trial of Nights comes around. And that is an extra right there. Okay. -10% range troop attack. So you see what I'm doing. I'm going through all the puzzle pieces and seeing where improvements can be made. And there's him. He is just about all range. And so we're going to go look at the portraits real quick. Okay, recruit portraits. And we'll find both of them here. Enemy range troop attack -30. Okay, there's a lot of debuff in one she already has. We just don't have the specialties up there like we need to. And then, oh yeah, definitely need to get his specialties up. Okay, so her path to 1900 2K range debuff, it's going to cost a lot of runestone chests, but what was I going to do next? I was going to do something. Oh, yes, that. Okay, get where the forge is. Generals, who is the first one that does not have it? Okay, you have it, you have it. All right, one at a time. View, remove. Okay, let's go over here and equipment upgrade. Where's the axe? Okay, right here. And we've got enough of all of that to do this. Okay, there's one. Go back over here and put him up. Apollo axe, kaboom. Okay, and then I want range and siege debuff, so anything that has, each piece is going to have some kind of siege or range debuff, all except the helmet. Okay. Dominant Parthian armor. What? She's already got it? Well, okay. He's getting it. Alright. Then, dominant Parthian boots. Remove. Okay. Go to the forge. And equipment upgrade. Dominant Parthian boots. Dominant Parthian boots. Dominant Apollo boots. Go back to him. I know this is a slow and tedious process, but her debuff's going to be slightly better when I get done. That's really all you can expect. Is fucking slightly better than before. You fight for inches in this game. Okay. Helmets. There it is, and boom. Okay. And all right. And then majestic leg armor. Majestic leg armor. And okay, found it. Boom. And we'll keep using all of her materials to get the fucking debuff up. And then get that off of there. Dominant Parthian ring. Where the forge is. And the ring's right there. Boom. And I'll just keep doing that. So our blueprint is there, but it's not nothing we can fix right now, but that did slightly improve the range attack debuff situation, and I'm thinking he is going to go, and he is going to go for now for another Jackson or maybe an Empress Wu or a Catherine II, just something to help put her range debuff closer to 2,000. And then something's going to have to be done here. That's going to have to be going through to get here ground troops when defending, the tougher they are and the more range debuff we have, the more they'll stand up, the more kills we'll get, and we can inchworm toward range attack. Protection, but I've been talking for 35 minutes. Y'all see what I did, and y'all see where I searched for it. There's covenants and other things where you can grab a 5 or 10% debuff, and there's all kinds of places besides just subgens, but you really got to search and scratch. I've got 350 points of debuff to put on this fucking thing. I better get to work. Alright, that's the debuff video.